Gather round everyone. I've got the new rules here that we're gonna do in the EU. It was super easy to do them. All I had to do was cover up this part. Yeah. Oh, hi there. I'm Sam Tucker from Apple. And you may have heard recently that we just announced some new changes we're making to comply with the EU's new digital markets law, where we have to allow alternate app stores and stuff. And let me tell you, not only are we willing to comply, we're barely willing to comply with this very risky new law. Now, can we overstate the risk? Yes, because we said it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times in our press release.
That's just incredible.
Okay, so starting in March, EU users could notice some new app stores available to download and manage their iPhone apps, like maybe the Epic App Store, the Amazon App Store, or heck, even Samsung might release an app store on the iPhone.
Buckle your seatbelt.
Or then again, maybe not.
The
Because we have written some pretty lengthy guidelines as to who's allowed to compete with us. Thank you very much. Such as, first of all, if you want to launch an alternative app store, then you'll have to apply for our permission to let you do it. You have to agree to us scanning the apps in your marketplace for malware and stuff, and you have to be good for about €1 million loan if needed. So all you poor open source losers can just forget about launching your app stores on the iPhone. And no, there'll be no getting around these rules, because we will not be allowing sideloading of apps, where you can just download an app from someone's website, like it's Photoshop or something. Because does this look like a computer to you? Ha, joke's on you, we don't even know what a computer is.
What's a computer?
Besides, all that is just too dangerous. I mean, Android allows sideloading, and they've become the most popular phone in the shush. Now, if developers do choose to distribute their apps on these alternate app stores, then of course we won't be taking a cut of that. Except that we will, which is 50 euro cents for each new download a year once you get over 1 million. But don't worry, this fee only really becomes a problem for people who have really popular free apps. And to him, we say, how does that shit taste? Oh, also, if you do want to make an alternate app store, then you will be charged that 50 euro cent fee right from the start. So 1 million downloads of the Epic App Store will cost Tim Sweeney $500,000.
Oh, thank you very much.
Which, let's face it, is nothing compared to what we're suing him for. Oh, and developers, you can only have one single version of an app in all the different app stores, okay? So you can't have a slightly different app with more features in someone else's store because, well, that would give customers a reason to go somewhere other than us, okay? And when it comes to options, we say no. And what this basically means is that Apple's App Store rules will essentially apply to all other app stores as well.
That's exactly right.
And so sorry, all you Tumblr users, you still can't have any titties. Good news though, for those who want to stay in the Apple App Store, but want to use a different payment processing system to Apple, well, you can now use your own payment processing providers. Be aware though, if you do, customers will now see this warning label pop up when they try to buy something in your app, which just politely explains to them how you're putting their privacy and security at risk and basically how you're a piece of shit. Oh, and even if we're not the payment provider, we still will be charging a 17% fee on that transaction that we basically had nothing to do with. You know, it's like how Apple has a cafe, but if you decide to go to Starbucks instead, then of course Tim's gonna come to your table and take out his 17% sip.
Which is unbelievable. I never would have guessed that would have happened, but...
And those are the exciting new rules we've developed to make not using our app store as hard as possible, as expensive as possible, and only in the EU. And let me tell you, the reviews are in, and developers say Apple's new terms are a horror show, a farce, and a burden. Yeah, like we care. Well, now all we have to do is wait for the EU to approve these changes, and hang on a minute, we have to get their permission now. Oh, come on guys, it's only fun when we do it.
Subscribe today.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching the video. So what do you think about Apple's new wonderful rules for developers and everything? Will you be paying 50 cents a user to make a new app store? Go for it. But what's cheaper is to watch another fun tech video on the channel. Click it in the corner. It's free. It only costs you time. And if you run out of that, you die.